first episode of Disneydude. You might be wondering, what is this show going to be about? I talk about all things Disney, whether they be a movie, a TV show, a theme park attraction, or a video game. Maybe or may not the video games. And the first episode is going to be something that wasn't Disney, but was bought out by Disney. And I'm going to do a bit of a nerd alert style thing where I record my preconceptions of a movie, and then after I record my initial thoughts of the movie that is currently in theaters. And this week we got Solo, a Star Wars story. This movie, it's going to be tough. I mean, Disney is trying to make a Star Wars prequel that doesn't suck, but that is also a legitimately good film. Rogue One wasn't. This one probably will be. There's not really much to say about this movie. I just think it looks great. We got a young Lando, and Han look pretty cool. And it's amazing how Chewie's like, I think 1,000 years old, or 100,000 years old. Yeah, he does look good. He even looked great in Force Awakens and Last Jedi, which, sorry, did not do a nerd alert on. That is completely my fault. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, so this film is actually being released now in the summer for some reason instead of December. Well, if it was, then I'd be wearing a Yoda Christmas shirt. Probably because Disney wants this to be released within the summer blockbusters. But then again, Disney already has 3 films for the summer. One I already did a review of, Infinity War, and 2 upcoming films, The Incredibles 2 and Ant-Man the Wasp. And yes, I will do What's News, Disneydudes on those movies, and I will do ones of Christopher Robin, Mary Poppins Returns, and Wreck-It Ralph 2. So anyway, guys, back to the movie we're talking about here today. So yeah, it actually does look fun, funny. Pretty sure it's gonna be great Star Wars. I was actually not informed that I was gonna be seeing this movie till like 30 minutes ago. I thought I'd be seeing it on the 25th. It's the 24th, and like, who sees a movie on a Thursday night? Like, movies are for Friday nights and weekends. And unless it's like an event, like Marvel and Star Wars movies are for weekends. Weekends. So, anyway, yeah. So, I hope this movie is a good movie, and maybe some of the other extended universe movies will be good, like the Obi-Wan movie, or I think there's a Yoda movie. Oh yeah, Yoda! 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 So, anyway guys, I hope this movie is good, and I don't have much to say about this than what I said about Infinity War, but hey, Infinity War had a lot of build-up. This is just what I like to call episode 3.5. Rogue One was episode 3.9, since it takes place directly before New Hope. This obviously takes place years before New Hope, since one Solo, Lando, and Chewie are young, and 2, yeah. Just a reminder, it takes place in between episode 3 and Rogue One, so, yeah. So, the next time you see me in this video, I would have seen the movie. Alright. So, Solo, a Star Wars story. This might be the best Star Wars prequel. I'm not kidding, folks. I had fun with this movie. And this is the only Star Wars prequel that I can say is a legit good movie. So, what's the story? Well, Han, Chewbacca, Lando, and Han's girlfriend before, Leia, are all fighting the Empire, I'm pretty sure, and it all takes place before A New Hope. So, I like the opening. The opening is actually pretty nice, and yeah, it was, but for the first act of the film, I feel like it was a bit colorless, like it was a bit too gray. But once Chewie enters after the first fight scene with Chewie, we start to get a bit more color, and I like that. And sadly, there's no crawl, which sucks. And I like how they've written our characters as young, and all the actors do pretty well. And yeah, I would imagine that this is what these characters would be like younger. And anyway, alright, so I'm just gonna jump right into spoilers right now, and yeah. At the end of the movie, Darth Maul just sews himself back together. But we'll get to that later. And so, yeah. My favorite new character that is added to this movie is actually V3. I like her attitude. She's nice, and man, she's dead. How come the droids are the best characters in these new movies? Well, in these Star Wars story movies, the droids are the best characters. Well, aside from Han and Lando in this. And the villain, it's a twist. A pretty poor one. I mean, like, it's around the climax of the film, and when you reveal a villain twist in the climax, they don't work as good villains because we barely get to know them as villains. This is why many of the Disney twist villains recently are failing. It's because we need to know them as villains, but more than just the climax. So yeah, yeah. So apparently, the Millennium Falcons was Lando's, which is weird, I must admit. But I think Han must have stole it from Lando, or Lando must have given it to him. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Lando gives the Millennium Falcon to Han. Well, so yeah. Now I want to talk about my favorite joke in the movie. It's where V3 and Lando, V3 makes a joke about Lando having a thing for her, and basically saying that, well, love between a droid and a kinda human can work. But it's never, I don't think it's ever described in any movies if the human characters are actually human. Technically, they're all aliens when you think about it. So, yeah. Anyway, yeah, the action is some fairly decent Star Wars action, and I think it's really well done, and the space scenes are pretty fun, and yeah, young Han is great. Young Lando is freaking great. Chewie is just Chewie. And Chewie is over 150 years old, I think. Again, he looks great for his age. Good for you. So yeah. So yeah. Mhm. One of the things that I think this is better than Rogue One is because it features characters that we already got to know from the main Star Wars movies. In this case, Han, Lando, and Chewie. We got to know them in the original trilogy and in the new trilogy. And yeah, but uh, in Rogue One, you don't care for the characters. I mean, you know that the rebels are gonna get the plans for the Death Star, and at the end, and it will just like jump into Rogue One. I mean, jump into A New Hope, and yeah. And since this is not a get the plans to the Death Star story, then you, I did not know where the film was going to go, and I liked that. So, and thinking of characters that we want to know more about, I want a Lando movie. But we're getting a Boba Fett movie, which I think is, well, we already know that he was a clone, and I don't think he deserves his own movie. He's a popular character, but he only had like 6 lines in the original trilogy. And one of them was, "Ow!" Yes. Yeah. But yeah. Wouldn't a Lando movie be freaking great? And apparently there's at least some plans for a Yoda movie. I think there's gonna be a Yoda movie coming out soon. I don't know. I don't know whether or not there is one, but still. Surprisingly, there was no cameo from R2 and C-3PO. They were in every Star Wars movies before then. This was the first one that where they didn't even make a cameo. It's weird. Maybe they were in the background and I didn't see it. Like how I screwed up with the Winnie the Pooh trailer. Like apparently Owl and Rabbit were in there.